ready for the intros? Refs, we ready for the intros? Welcome to Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium, home of the Apopka Blue Darters and the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. This fourth game of the Metro versus Florida Challenge pits the Mainland High School Buccaneers against the Boone High School Braves. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, the guests on the scoreboard, the Mainland High School Buccaneers. A 6'3" sophomore shooting guard, number 0, Xavier Mincy. A 6'4" junior guard, number 2, Angelo Mack. A 5 feet, 11" senior, number 5, Jordan Porter. 6 feet, 0" freshman. At point guard, number 14, Josiah Simeon. And number 33, McCray. Those are your Mainland Buccaneers starting lineup. And now for the home team on the scoreboard representing the Metro Conference, the Boone High School Braves. A 6'4" sophomore point guard, number 4, Omar Sims. A 6 senior guard, number 5, Jack Candelaria. A 6'2" sophomore forward, number 11, Keo James. A 6'3" senior forward, number 12, Will Kaiser. And a 6'3" junior forward, number 15, Will Shemp. Those are the starting lineup for the Boone Braves, once again representing the Metro Conference. The Mainland Buccaneers representing the Florida contingency. Let's play some basketball. And if you have friends or families who cannot attend in person, the game is being live streamed on Varsity Sports Network as well as the YouTube channel. Just simply go to the Metro vsflorida.fl.com and log on to the game. And welcome to the fourth Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium. This game pits the Boone Braves representing the Metro Conference against the Florida contingency. The Florida contingency has a 2-1 lead. This is the fourth game. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us. So, who are my 4 guys? Okay. I'm doing 1,000 points. Okay. So you're doing stats? Okay. So again, guys, just make sure she knows what to do. And we are underway in this fourth game. Boone taking on Mainland. Boone in the white jerseys, a home team. Steele coming back the other way. The alley-oop. Too much alley, but doing the Windex work, and a 2-0 lead for Mack. Meanwhile, at the other end, the slash and dash for number 11, James. So we are tied at 2-2. One minute into this fourth game of the 2021 Metro versus Florida Challenge. No dice. Too hard off that rim and doing the Windex work. is Jack Candelaria. Long shot, no dice. Up and down we go. We have yet to have a break. 1:10 in. The pass out low, and now our first slowdown of the game. That's Mitzi. He'll kick it out to Simeon. That was rejected, and we'll come back the other way. Number 5, Candelaria for Boone. Down low to Kaiser. He can't get it to drop. And Mack slides in and off the glass. So a 4-2 lead for the Buccaneers. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us on this day before Thanksgiving. Wild shot hits the side of the backboard from Kaiser, and now Mainland will slow down the pace. Boone coming in. This is the 9th time they've competed in this event. They have a 5-3 record. David Morrison, their coach, in the 7th season. Rims in and out for Mack, and doing the Windex work is Sims. He'll bring it up. Out to Kaiser, down low, the beautiful pass to Kamara, who goes glass and draws the foul. So we are tied at 4-4 in this 4th game of the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. Boone at the line, that's Kamara representing the Metro Conference, and he uses the glass, and Boone takes its first lead of the game at 5-4. So James brings the ball up. That's Porter. No subs yet. And we're going to get a foul. .5:22 remaining in the first quarter. The 2021 Metro versus Florida Challenge. That's Xavier Mincy, the 6'3" sophomore shooting guard, at the line. Ties the game up at 5-5, just underway. Rims in and out. And doing some more Windex work is Kamara. Boone with possession on the left wing. Over to Kaiser, left wing extended. James over to Sims. Sims brings the ball out, resets the play, brings it into Candelaria. Sims again, rattles out, skying for that rebound is Mack, and we come back the other way, still tied at 5-5. In the dark uniforms, making the withdrawal, Jordan Porter. So bounce pass to Kamara, does not get through, and that will be Mainland possession. 4.5 before the end of the first quarter. Boone representing the Metro Conference in the 4th game of this event. We're with a 7-5 lead from Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium on the campus of Apopka. Some good passing perimeter. Gets the open shot for Mincy. Rims in and out. And again, Kamara continues to bring out the Windex. Clanks off that right side of the rim. Long rebound. And now Porter will bring the ball up for Mainland. Mainland in those dark uniforms. Attempted tack from Simeon. He gives it up. He'll go back to the top of the key with Mack. Mack resets the play as we approach 3.5 minutes in the first. The drive from the right side. Kick out. Too high. And the first substitution for Maitland A.J. Harrell, the 6'1" junior, coming in, has 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So a 7-5 lead for Boone. They go back to work. The right side attack going through the trees. James. And we'll come back the other way as we approach 3 minutes. Bodies hitting the ground. That's Mincy for Mainland and James for Boone. So a foul. No, actually just it'll be out of bounds, and Mainland will continue with possession. Both teams with 1 foul each. Things are heating up here at Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium. This is the 4th of 8 games today. We'll have 8 more on Friday and then Saturday. Thank you for joining us the day before Turkey Day. The turnover, Davis, actually Simeon, unable to handle the ball. Good defense from Boone as we drop under 3 minutes. The Metro versus Florida Challenge. Every school, public high school in the Orange County at Central Florida is a member of the Metro Conference, and each game features a team from the Metro Conference taking on a team who is not a member, a.k.a. the Florida Contingency. Stepping out in front of the pass, Mack, he's off to the races, one-on-one with Camara, who commits the foul. So the withdrawal from Mack, +1. And now Mainland scoring 4 consecutive points, actually 5 consecutive points to go up 9-5, an opportunity to up that lead to 10-5 as Mack is at the free throw line. 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Score the basket and a timeout called. Joe Giddens, in his 5th year, calls the timeout. We'll be back. A 10-5 lead for Mainland. They're on a 6-0 run. Corey McDonald. One of our driving academies of Browns Mountain. And 11 is Josiah. There's a WP driving. Josiah Simeon. Okay. They just had it reversed. Welcome back to Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium. Full court press now being put out by Mainland. They are on a 6-0 run, took a 10-5 lead, and they will certainly pay dividends right off the bat as they force a turnover. You okay? Doing okay? So 2:20 remaining, 10-5 lead. And drain the rain. Who scored that? Mack scoring the tray. And at the other end, a foul. So Mack drawing the foul. So Mack's been a busy player in the last 20 seconds. He drains the rain. His 3-point basket ups the lead to 13-5 for Mainland, and then he draws the foul. In the meantime, Camara, the 6'6" junior, at the line. He makes 1 of 2 and a lane violation, so it didn't matter if the bucket went in anyway. Cuts the lead to 13-6. The Metro Conference down 2-1 over the years. This is the 10th event of this 10th time this event has been held. And the Metro Conference has won 8 of those 10. So Angelo Mack with his second foul.
11 for 2.
And Coach Giddens gets Max out right away. 1:42 remaining. Josiah Simeon coming in. In the meantime, the battle rages on. Ball stripped off of Camara. McDonald with the ball, extended right, minute and a half remaining, drives that line, tries to attack, runs into the double team, and Boone forcing the turnover. Quick outlet to Candelaria. He'll go to work on the right. Now coming back down low, gives it up to James. Candelaria back, the two-man game between Candelaria and James. Boone trailing 13-6, under 1 minute, goes down low to Camara, nothing doing, so back out to the top, and the air ball short. That was James. So Mainland catches the break. .40 seconds remaining. Mainland with an opportunity, if they so choose, to take the last shot. They're not going to. Well, they're still holding up. Now there's the shot from the three. Rims in and out. Skying and doing Windex work as well as using the bank. Hero ups that lead to 15-6. .12 seconds remaining. Candelaria for Boone, looking to get the last save, get some momentum into the second quarter. Stop, pop, no drop. Ball comes loose. 2 seconds, 1 second, picked up, and unable to get the shot off is Mainland. Good idea, but they just could not. There just was not enough time to move that ball up the court. So Mainland, by virtue of a 6-0 run, goes into the lead at the end of the first quarter, 15-6. We'll be back for the second quarter. Welcome back to Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium. Neil Fisher bringing you the action from the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. Thank you for joining us the day before Turkey Day. Boone will take it out. They trail 15-6 to Mainland. Mainland in those black jerseys, their traditional road uniforms. And they're going to continue to play that defense, opportunistic defense. So Mainland, one of the teams in this field with a championship, state championship. They've actually won 4 of them. Of course, coming up next will be Wekiva and Orlando Christian Prep. That's a game you certainly don't want to miss. Orlando Christian Prep, probably the most well-known school. They are on the road. They're the New England Patriots of high school basketball with 8 state championships and 10 appearances in the state championship final since 2008. Wekiva, the geographical rival for Apopka, just 5 miles down the road. And, of course, if you do follow Wekiva, you should be familiar with my voice. I am the in-house announcer along with Mark Barchi for the Wekiva Mustangs. Slapped away but regained by Porter. Mainland goes back to work and skying for the rebound before hitting the ground is Camara, and he also draws the foul. Foul committed by Jonathan Campbell, who came in between quarters. So that will be the fourth foul on Mainland, 2 for Boone. And now this game took off quickly, up and down pace. The first 6 possessions or so, it was all transition. The game has slowed down. Ball handed off to Dardette, and he drains the rain. So that cuts the lead to 15-9, Mainland's lead. Top of the key, 6.5 before halftime. The slide, the pass. Simeon taking it out. Over to Zero Mincy. He tacks and finger rolls the deuce in. So a little history. Boone, a team that usually is always a state playoff contender to get into the state playoffs. In the meantime, the swipe at the other end rejected, but doing Windex work in the second chance point. Credit the deuce to Simeon. Meanwhile, at the other end, drain the rain for Camara. So some fast-paced action, both teams dropping points quickly. Still, though, Mainland increases that lead by another point. Clanks off the heel, in right place, right time. James, he leads the attack. Down to the left wing. Short, no dice. Can't connect. And Mincy uses that 6'3" body to pull down the rebound. Actually, excuse me, that was Simeon. Now Mincy gets the ball at the top of the key. 5 minutes remaining. Drives to the right. Stop and go. Contact. Shoulder. No call. And snagging that ball out of the air is Candelaria. He'll lead the charge down to the other end and call the foul. Bowman on the foul as we drop under 5 minutes. So Boone, usually a contender to at least get into the state playoffs, though they have not made it to the final yet. Talked about that a little bit earlier. 18 appearances in the final for the Metro Conference combined, state championship final, 33 for the Florida contingency. However, remember, OCP has 10 of those 33 for the Florida contingency. All since 2008. The sliding attack, and the ball roll off the rim for Sims.
33 in for 12, 14 in for 5. 33 in for 12, 14 in for 5.
So the lead remains 19-12, 4.5 minutes remaining. Tipped around. And pulling down that ball and leading the charge is McDonald. And we'll get a turnover. So a couple of turnovers now for Mainland on their last couple of possessions. Mainland, of course, out of Daytona, the Buccaneers, representing the Florida contingency. 4 state championships in their history, but they're probably most known as the alma mater of Vince Carter, of course, the longtime NBA player who just recently retired. Skying and pulling down that rebound is Mincy, doing some work from the guard position. Coming back the other way, a drive on that base along the left blocks as we drop under 4 minutes in this game. And the foul on Richardson Curry, the junior, 6'3" shooting guard. That'll be the third on Boone. Again, 3:57 remaining, so Boone not anywhere near foul trouble. 5 team on Mainland. Inbound to Simeon. And he'll bring the ball back out and reset the Buccaneer offense. The drive, a little separation, kicks it out to the big guy. McCray. Simeon with the ball at the top of the key, hands off back to McDonald. McDonald looking for an opening, back to McCray. Simeon. Out of bounds, last touch by Mainland. So Boone will take over possession and an opportunity to cut into that lead. We've gone about 2 minutes without a score, and all kinds of hassle from Bowman, giving James problems, but they do get it up. And now into the game is St. John. From the left corner, way too much arc, and an easy rebound for Mincy. So Mincy, the guard, excellent ball handler, but he's also showing off his rebounding skills as we drop under 3 minutes before halftime. Score remains 19-12. Thank you for joining us. And the leaning floater from Simeon, no dice. So Boone looking to cut into that lead again, a fourth consecutive opportunity possession.
Number 12 in for...
And a substitution. So the foul.
12 in for 0, 24 in for 11. 12 in for 0, 24.
Simeon committing the foul, and a number of substitutions taking place as we approach 2.5 remaining for both teams. James down into the left corner for Kaiser, who drains the rain. In the meantime, back the other way, no wasting time for McDonald, but he can't connect, and a foul on the rebound. Foul committed by Will Kaiser. That is his first of the game. So 19-15 is the score. Mainland has led since about halfway through the first quarter. They went on a 6-0 run. The lead has pretty much remained between 4 and 7 since then. A balanced attack. 4 players scoring between 1 and 4 points. And now the scramble in front of the net. It'll be a held ball. And possession arrow goes to Mainland. This is the Metro Conference versus Florida Challenge. Of course, now honoring the legacy of Coach Earl Graham. Inbound pass for Mainland in the black. Every team, every public high school in Orange County, Central Florida, is a member of the Metro Conference. And one team from that conference takes on a team who's not a member in each of these games. And at the end of 24 on Saturday, we'll add up which side scores more victories. As the drive and the foul, 2 minutes remaining. Who got that foul? White 11. And the foul on Keo James. And before the free throws are attempted, we'll take a break. Coach Giddens wanting to discuss those last 2 minutes, what the Buccaneers should or shouldn't do. 19-15, the Buccaneers in the lead. The fourth game of the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. Basketball culture is changing. Bring the same attitude to your team wear. Let us outfit your team with primo performance at every level. Coaches, go to hoopculture.com and click on the Team HC link for more information today. In the meantime, Mainland will have possession of the ball. They have a 19-15 lead. They are taking on the Boone Braves. Of course, Mainland out of Daytona representing the Florida contingency. Boone representing the Metro Conference. Couple passes back out to the top. And that is Campbell driving, rolls off the rim, and doing some more Windex work is Camara. He has been big on the boards today. Into the middle, shouldering up. Candelaria can't get the deuce. And Mainland will come back the other way. A minute and a half remaining before halftime. Ball will remain with Mainland. Inbound to Mainland. Oh, beautiful give and go from Campbell to Harrell, and that'll up the lead back to 6 for Mainland, 21-15, 1:15 before halftime. I'm Neil Fisher bringing you the action today. Thank you for joining us. This is a presentation of Wekiva and Apopka Broadcasting Departments along with Varsity Sports Network. The 11th annual Metro versus Florida Challenge. Fourth game of 24. And after several passes, the tray is going to be launched by St. John. No dice. Short and Mainland. Opportunity choosing their times for transition. In and out. Several hands on it. Finally snagged out of the air. Snagged out of the air from Hero, who passes to Campbell and drains the rain. So 5 consecutive points, lead back up to 24-15. Will Boone hold for the last shot? Well, a fake. Back out to Candelaria. He drives, kicks it out to Kaiser, and he answers the rain from Mainland. 24-18, and now Mainland's going to take the last shot. We're under 10 seconds. Want to go into the half with an opportunity. Extending that lead and momentum, the drive on the left side, slash and dash, short. And so that will bring the first half of this fourth game of the Metro versus Florida Challenge to a close. A 6-0 run midway through the first quarter by Mainland is the difference. 6-point lead, 24-18 as we go into halftime.
Young players and success
33 is McCray. I don't know his first name, but. And welcome back to the 2021 Metro versus Florida Challenge. Fourth game about to begin the second half. Representing the Florida contingency, the Mainland Buccaneers with a 24-18 lead over the Boone Braves, representing the Metro Conference. A 6-0 run midway through the first quarter by Mainland, and now the 6-point lead as we start the second half. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us. And we are underway. Again, 24-18 lead. Boone trailing Mainland. They have the first possession. Take a quick look at the stats. Field goal percent, most of them represent or reflect what happened in that first half. Mainland shooting 38% from the field, 9 of 24, and immediately they start off with the turnover, stepping in front of that ball like a defensive back. Mitzi, we come down the other way. That's Simeon, short. Simeon and McCray leading Mainland with 8 points apiece. So down to the right corner, the right wing. Clinks off that right side, tracking down the loose ball. His own shot's Kaiser, back to the left side. Same result. And again, another rebound. And a third offensive rebound. Kaiser snagging the ball out of the air and trying to hand it off to his teammate, but they will draw the foul. Who was the foul on? Black five. Porter committing the foul. That is his first, the team's first of the half. So Mainland shooting 38%, Boone shooting 23%. Again, a 6-0 run by Mainland, and that's really your difference in the shooting. 24 attempts for Mainland, 21 for Boone. As the ball is launched again, McCray pulling down the rebound. He's your leading scorer along with Simeon, 8 points apiece. Mainland also having an advantage on the defensive rebounds. Rebounds in total 16-9. Turnovers only 5-3 in favor of Boone. So not much difference other than the field goal percentage in the rebounds as the battle rages on. A horde of players goes by, picked up by Simeon, and he drains the rain for his 11th point. 2 minutes in, lead now up to 27-18 for Mainland. Boone representing the Metro Conference. The Metro Conference trailing 2-1 in games. This is the fourth. As the pass goes low to Camara. Bullet pass, but unfortunately out of bounds, and Camara stepped on that line. So the Metro Conference is made up of all the public high schools located in Orange County, Central Florida. And each of these games matches a member of that conference as Mitzi slashes and dashes and finger rolls for the deuce, up to 4 points, and a 29-18 lead for Mainland. And every opponent that the Metro Conference faces is a non-member. We add up the totals at the end, the Metro Conference and the Florida contingency, and see who has the higher total. Of course, this was the brainchild of Apopka High School coach Scott Williams, as from the corner, the rain comes down from Coe James. And much needed points for Boone. That cuts the lead to 29-21, 3 minutes into this third quarter. Ball comes off the foot of Mack. He retains it, makes the pass. McCray stopped at the line on the drive the first time. The second time it takes a foul. So the foul on Camara. And once again, Scott Williams, the Apopka High School head coach. He's also coached at Wekiva, Lake Region, and Mount Dora, winning the 97 state championship, Class 4A. This is his baby, his brainchild. He started it when he was coaching at Wekiva 12 years ago. Of course, there was none last year due to the pandemic. has come back this year bigger than ever before, 24 games. Every member of the Metro Conference participating this year, as the score remains 29-21. And the idea is to showcase as the ball slides off the rim and Camara doing some more Windex work. Ball will remain with Boone. The idea being to showcase that there is a high level of quality of play among Central Florida high school basketball. Passed in by Boone to Candelaria. Back over to Sims. He gives it back to Candelaria. Candelaria drives. No dice. Ran into that wall, the Mainland wall, and we come back the other way. This is Porter slashing and dashing, but unable to throw the Boone defense off guard. It will remain with Mainland. They have a 29-21 lead, approaching 4 minutes in the third quarter. Ball now with Mack. Down low to Simeon. Launches, kicks off the heel, and running down that ball, snagging it in the corner, is Will Kaiser. So Boone, an opportunity to cut into that lead. Mainland has been in the lead since about midway through the first quarter, a 6-0 run, which broke a 5-5 tie. Haggerty winning the first game, Lake Brantley winning the second game. This is the fourth game. Coming up next will be Wekiva representing the Metro Conference. Of course, Apopka's geographical rival. This is Apopka's home facility. Some give and go. The turnaround, no dice for James, and doing some clearing work is once again the big guy, number 24, Harrell, coming down the other way. Too much heat. Bouncing around, and Porter picks up that loose ball. Wekiva will be taking on Orlando Christian Prep, the New England Patriots of high school basketball, 8 state championships, as the Windex board is not kind to Camara, and Mainland continues to rebound well. Mainland pulling down 13 defensive rebounds in the first half, 16 in total compared to 9 for Boone. Orlando Christian Prep with 8 state championships in 2008 and a couple of runner-up finishes. And Boone now with another opportunity to cut into that 8-point lead as we drop under 3 minutes. Going with that motion offense. Too soft to touch. Camara doing Windex work but can't get the putback. So Camara has certainly shown up on the boards, doing some yeoman's work on that glass as we drop to 2.5, but he has been unable to crack the Mainland interior defense on the second opportunity. And now on the other end, Mincy drawing the foul. And speaking of Camara, he drew that foul, his second, actually his third. So now you're maybe not in an urgent situation for Camara with the 3 fouls, but certainly something to keep an eye on, as there is still 10.5 minutes remaining in this game. So both coaches take advantage of this stoppage to bring in some subs, 2 for 2 on each side. David Martinson, the coach for Boone, he is in his 7th season. Boone coming off a 17-11 record. They were the district runner-up last year, which means they did go to the state playoffs. As the battle rages on, and again, Boone just not able to convert. They're getting some shots, shooting only 23% at halftime compared to Mainland's 38. And then on the other end, Mainland's coach, Joe Giddens, in his 5th year. So Boone 5-3 in this event. Mainland 1-5. Mainland with also a district runner-up, so they got into the state playoffs as well. And they had an 8-12 season. And that also points out the disparagement in terms of the amount of games that we saw throughout the state last year. Mainland playing only 20 games, 8-12. And Boone playing 28 games, 17 and 11. Who's the foul on?
2. Black 2.
Mac completing the foul. That will be his third. So with 1:55 remaining, both teams, this is Mainland with a 31-21 lead over Boone. 3 fouls, 1 player on each side with 3 fouls. That's Camara for Boone, and now 3 for Mac has 3. Neither free throw good. So more points left on the table by Boone. An opportunity to cut into that lead, gone by the wayside. In the meantime, Mincy slash and dash. And he will draw the foul. Will Kaiser with his second. Kaiser, the leading scorer for Boone, with 6 as well. And Mainland will be back at the line. Game started off like a house of fire as far as the pace. Transition opportunities on first three possessions for both teams. Since then, it's been more of a choose your spots and your moments to get into that transition type game. A near steal. And scramble and a foul. And that will be on A.J. Hero, his first. Both teams with 3 team fouls now. So fouls are not an issue for the team. But again, Mac for Mainland has a long pass. And going board is Darden. Kamara playing for Boone, he has 3 fouls on the other side. And the response, draining the rain.
Who scored? Number 12, Jonathan Campbell.
Candelaria, Campbell for Mainland with that answer. Candelaria trying to answer again. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. 12-point deficit for Boone. They have trailed since midway through the first quarter. Neil Fisher bringing you the action along with Wekiva and Apopka Broadcast Departments and Varsity Sports Network. James called on the foul, got contact inside. And so at the line, Mincy, who has 7 points, he is now up to 7 points, make that 8. Second free throw after several bounces. Kicks off the heel, but pulling out the Windex. Harrell gives it back to Mincy, who will reset. Is he going to take it himself? No, hands off to Harrell. This is Simeon. Stop, pop, and drop for McDonald, which ups the lead to 37-23, and a quick whistle from the referees. And we have an injury. That's James. Not really an injury. It is officially called an injury timeout. Blood came out of his nose, and rules state that that is a stoppage, and the player has to come out. So Coach Martinson will have to bring someone in, and he chooses Casey St. John, the 6'2" senior guard, as we are down to half a minute. Boone trying to make some inroads. They've had a number of opportunities in this quarter. Again, they entered this quarter shooting only 23%. What's Boone's field goal percentage? Boone's field goal percentage. 20 seconds remaining. And the foul on Kaiser, his third. So Boone's average field goal percentage has actually dropped a little bit from 23 to 20. They've had the opportunities. They've matched Mainland possession in terms of equal amount of possessions. And there you see some of the stuff that's happened. A turnover. Ball just snagged out of the hands from Davis. 5 seconds remaining. Can Mainland up the lead over to Mincy. Tries to take a couple of steps, and that might have cost him, but nonetheless, a strong third quarter, upping the lead from all the way up to 37-23. Mainland with an opportunity to lift the overall game count to 3-1 in favor of the Florida contingency.
We're going to award one of the players from either Mainland or Boone with an MVP plaque for the 11th annual Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. So make sure you stick around immediately after the game to see which player from either Boone or Daytona Beach Mainland get an MVP plaque.
Welcome back to Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium, home of the Apopka Blue Darters. Right now, though, it's the home of the Metro versus Florida Challenge. Mainland with possession of the ball. This is Mack, and they have a 37-23 lead. And Boone, representing the Metro Conference, will catch a break there. Unfortunately for Boone, they have not taken advantage of those opportunities. A 6-0 run midway through the first quarter put Mainland ahead. They maintained that 6-point lead heading into halftime, and now the lead is up to 14. Only 15 seconds into this fourth quarter. I'm Neil Fisher. Thank you for joining us. This is a presentation of Apopka and Wekiva High School Broadcasting Production Departments, as well as Varsity Sports Network. We have a number of people helping us out today, and we are glad and happy to bring this to you. All 24 games, the biggest ever. Coming up next will be Wekiva representing the Metro Conference against state powerhouse Orlando Christian Prep. So Boone having an opportunity to strike first in the fourth quarter. Around the horn they go, no dice. Doing Windex work in drawing the foul, Richardson Carey. So Davis drawing his foul. Who's player for Mainland? Who's player rotation for Mainland? Or is it we need to figure out who's on this? You're off. I don't know who. Just figure out. Davis is in, but he's not on this, so figure out who he's in for. Hero with the withdrawal, and Mainland continues to make the most of their opportunities.
0 is out.
Okay.
And 12.
Meanwhile, the war rages on, and that field goal percentage, again, 20% at the end of three for Boone, is not going up. They had their opportunities. They just cannot convert inside. Mainland with some crisp passing slings it out to Mack, who drains the rain. And now the lead is up to 18, a methodical increase during this second half, the largest of the game.
0's out. 14 is in, 0's out.
For what team?
For Mainland.
6.5 remaining. Again, the largest lead of the game for Maitland at 18 points. They took a 6-point lead midway through the fourth quarter. And then they have been 6 points into halftime, and they have been systematically and methodically increasing that lead, now reaching 18 as we head into the final and concluding stages of this fourth game. This is the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. Both teams
Zero is back in and 4-0.
okay. So a pair of free throws drops for Richardson Curry. And that's got to at least bring some hope to Boone. Doing the Windex work is Darden, long pass outlet, and stripped as he went up was Richardson Curry. And it is going to be Mainland's possession. So bringing up the ball now, Mack. He's going to walk it up with the 18-point lead. The drive. Back to Mack, who spins, draws contact, and it's going to actually be travel on Mack. One too many steps, got a little too fancy. So now, Boone bringing it up. Time is running out. They need to make up a 16-point lead. Hit somebody's foot. Candelaria picks it up over to St. John. Back to Candelaria. Slices off that rim. Ricochets off, and the foul on the rebound. So Camara draws the foul. That's his fourth. And in the meantime, a timeout, 5:37 remaining. Mainland, Coach Giddens calling the timeout. So when we return, Boone has a lot of work to do and only 5:37 remaining. They trail 42 to 26. Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium, the site. It's the home of the Apopka Blue Darters, but for the next 4 days and 24 games, Apopka's home facility will serve as the site of the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge. Mainland representing the Florida contingency with a 42-26 lead over Boone, representing the Metro. And now if you're Mainland, you're looking to run out this clock, not make any mistakes. That certainly was that turnover you do not want to do. That's a foul. Who's the foul? Xavier Mincy committing the foul. That's his first. 5 minutes remaining. 16-point lead. Boone trying to make up. They fell behind midway through the first quarter, and they've trailed since then. 3 consecutive possessions by Mainland resulted in field goals in those 6 points. Since then, Mainland a very efficient and proficient increasing of that lead. And now again, as we drop under 5 minutes, the big thing is don't make any mistakes. You're in the position to win. Don't open the door for Boone. I'm Neil Fisher. And a foul, a turnover. So a couple of mistakes by Mainland since the timeout, and that goes contradiction to what I just said. With that 16-point lead, you don't want to open that door for Boone. The drive down the baseline, the stop popping, rejected. Campbell getting a hand on the field goal attempt. Boone has struggled from the floor all day. They were shooting 20% at the end of 3 quarters, and they have not done anything since then. Certainly have not improved that. So if you're Mainland, as the tray is launched from Kaiser, skied and brought down by Mack, and Mainland will look to take more time off that clock as we approach 4 minutes. So Boone has struggled from the field. Obviously, if you're Mainland, you don't want to make mistakes as the ball is rejected. Run down by Campbell. Pass into the lane, and the foul on the drive by Mack. However, the biggest thing you don't want to do in terms of mistakes is you don't want to make those mistakes specifically because Boone has not showed that they can connect on these field goals. Shooting 20% after 3 quarters. Don't open that door and allow Boone to get more field goals and to work their way through this slump that they've had all day. First game for both teams, of course, that's not uncommon. That's the standard for this event. It's held the first week of the regular season and during Thanksgiving week as well. The event was the brainchild of Scott Williams, the Apopka head coach. Began over at Wekiva as a steal and the quick outlet pass to Hero, too short. Second opportunity, no dice either. So Williams started this event when he was the coach over at Wekiva, and when he came to Apopka, brought it with him. Rims in and out. That would have been big for Boone and James, just getting some momentum, getting some feel back to this game. So Mainland has done an excellent job of shutting down this Boone offense, but Boone also has yet to find its stroke from the field. Speaking of stroke, no dice, and Kaiser with a strong rebound. 3 minutes remaining, still a 17-point lead for Mainland, and another turnover. A little slash, stop and go for Mincy. He'll take the ball back. So during the first half when Mainland took the 6-point lead, that 6-point lead was mainly on the strength as we get the reverse. Oh, rattles off the rim and pulling down the rebound, James. Go back the other way, slides off the rim, doing some Windex work and drawing a foul is Clark. The foul will be on Kaiser. Excuse me, it'll be on Simeon. Excuse me, it'll be on McDonald. Just a note here. McDonald is wearing number 14. Simeon is wearing number 11. They switched their jerseys minutes before game time. So that's why there's some confusion here at the broadcasting booth. So Mainland, again, took that 6-point lead into halftime, basically on the strength of poor field goal shooting for Boone, as the foul on the drive, no, actually a travel, and that'll turn the ball over. Mainland focusing on forcing Boone into bad looks, low percentage shot. In the second half, this has really been more about Boone turning the ball over, and a 6-point lead has grown to 17. 2.5 remaining. Stick around. Our next game will feature Wekiva, representing the Metro Conference, taking on state powerhouse Orlando Christian Prep. 8 state championships, 2 runners-up since 2008 for OCP. So a second consecutive foul called on McDonald. And Boone running out of time. 17-point deficit. A couple of runs, talked about the turnovers and the low field goal percentage. And Mainland has done a lot in terms of picking their spots, when to drive, when to hold the ball, when to press the defense. And this is a rare mistake. Rejected. Compensating for that mistake is Mincy. 1:51 remaining. And Mainland gets the turnover. 1:45 remaining. So now Mainland is looking to take off the last 90 seconds of the clock. Mincy, well, it makes me look bad. I thought they'd take off that 90 seconds and call it a day, but instead we got some fast and furious action mirroring the first 4 minutes or so. Up and down from the right corner. No dice. And right place, right time. McDonald pulls down that rebound. So field goal percentage and turnovers have been the story, more so low field goal percentage in the first half for Boone. They shot 23%, dropped to 20% at the end of third quarters. They've not really picked that up. And then the rebounds as well, a 16-9 advantage at halftime for Mainland. But they have also had, Mainland has increased this lead from 6 points up to 17 as we have 38 seconds left. Tangibly, 2 8-0 runs in the second half. So Mincy with his second foul. And if you're Coach Martinson, you have a lot of work to do for Boone. Again, just the field goal percentage was not there, under 20 for the entire game. And if you're Coach Giddens, the Mainland coach, you have to feel happy about the rebounding effort and prowess. 16-9 at halftime. It's remained increased to over 10. And we're going to get a timeout right before the end of this game. 23 seconds. 43-26 lead for Mainland. And one other note as we return from the timeout, the Buccaneers did not shoot the ball very well. They shot 38% at halftime, 9 of 24. They are at 40% now, but however, again, I keep harping back to the Boone Braves field goal percentage. It's a dead horse, but you just can't avoid it. Even though Mainland has been shooting below average and nothing to write home about, that 40% is still way better, more than double than Boone's, which is under 20%. Last 23 seconds, not only will Mainland win this game, but they will increase the Florida contingency lead 3-1. We will have a fifth game. That will be Wekiva and OCPS, as the last deuce is scored by Massey Jr., seeing some action at the end here, the steal as well. Set it up, clock reaches 0, and once again, your final score, Florida contingency represented by Mainland, 43. The Boone Braves representing the Metro Conference, 28, and that ups the overall score in terms of games for the 2021 Earl Graham Metro versus Florida Challenge to 3-1, the Florida contingency, 3-0 actually, the Florida contingency winning all three games. Haggerty and Lake Brantley taking the two other victories. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. We'll be back from Joe R. Sterling Gymnasium. That will feature Wekiva, the Mustangs, who are located about 5 miles down the road, the geographical rivals of Apopka, looking to improve on the 11-15 season, taking on State Powerhouse, a lower classification, Orlando Christian Prep, the domination, 8 state championships and 2 runners-up since 2008. I'm Neil Fisher, and once again, we'll see you in about 10 minutes.